What's up? It's your boy Carcino here. Let's talk about it. This was the debate we had earlier today. And now I'm going to invite you into the debate. I wouldn't call it a slow day. I'm having fun chatting with the people. I just hung out with my grandma all day, helped her, made sure she was good. We chilled, watched some Kanye on the Family Feud. You know, my cousins playing beats, that kind of stuff going down. Kool-Aid wish it looked this good. Now, this was the debate we was having. Because everybody didn't listen until they never heard anybody who didn't agree when they say Hit 'Em Up is the greatest record ever. Like, that's it, Hit 'Em Up. And I'm like, dog, Against All Odds is the better song to me. It is completely Tupac. That is the better song, period. Was dealing with Tupac. Because if you put the Outlawz on Hit 'Em Up, they was the ones I was really gravitated to on the song. The Outlawz was really bringing it on Hit 'Em Up. It was, Tupac had the most effective words, but the ones who was bringing it lyrically was the Outlawz. They had the most effective verses. And like, that's why I'm like, whoa, man, they getting off. These Outlawz, I don't know if Junior Mafia can hang with these dudes, because that's all we was thinking about. And Big knew. Big was like, they gotta go. I gotta get rid of Junior Mafia. I need some real people around me, some MCs. And then come the Locks, here come Mace, here come, he had an army. Big went and got an army of MCs, like, okay, now we ready. I'm like, oh, baby. Outlawz is trash, dude. You don't know what in the world you talking about. You slow. For real. All them dudes is dangerous. Boy, you better go listen to Made niggers again. All of them were raw. Idi Amin was raw, that West Coast. That West Coast style he got. You better get that Tupac and the Outlawz album. But yeah, on Hit 'Em Up, but looking at Pac versus Against All Odds is the much better. And they was like, yeah, but Hit 'Em Up, man, he really went at it, man. Like, as soon as it come on, he's like, man, I effed your wife. I'm like, what? What? That's what, just because a dude say that, he automatically had the best song? Nobody really came at nobody like that. Like Pac came in and Hit 'Em Up. He went at his whole crew, man, on Hit 'Em Up. I'm like, dog, he went at people that shot him. He talked to real gangsters on Against All Odds. I think he took more risk on Against All Odds than he did on Hit 'Em Up. Believe me, he was speaking some real people names on that one. He was letting it be known. Against All Odds, it's gonna be known. He wasn't playing no games. But I was so shocked, everybody was saying, Hit 'Em Up. I was like, wow, this is shocking to me. So I said, well, let me bring this to the chat room. And this reminds me of the lyrical debate with Hit 'Em Up. People like the abrasiveness, like when Tupac, they were like, Tupac said all that stuff he said on Hit 'Em Up, and y'all love it. I'm like, the energy of the record, I always told people, Hit 'Em Up is not in my top 5. I did my top 5 disses, and Hit 'Em Up is not in it. And people are like, hey, where's Hit 'Em Up? I'm like, Hit 'Em Up is not in my top 5 disses because it's not. The Outlawz were great. Pac was okay. His verses was okay. It's just that the fact he's blowing up, and at the end, he talked for like 3 minutes at the end going off. So make sure all your kids don't grow. Your mama be a wait, all lives when he died. I'm like, that's really it's not top 5, dog. It's just not. The abrasiveness of it makes it the shock value. Think about that and think about Against All Odds. Against All Odds is a masterpiece put together. And even when that Nas, this little homie ain't Nas think he live like me. Talk about he left the hospital, took 5 like me. You live in fantasies, nigga, I'll reject your deposit. We should trade punk ass, now we out of the closet. Mob Deep wonder why I can close the mouth. Next time grown folks talking, boom, close your mouth. I take this war deep. Didn't see too many real players fall to let you bitch niggas beat me plus. Let me found that you a punk, you wanna see me with gloves. Hear nothing you said in the Bible about me being a thug. You can tell them people you roll with whatever you want, but you and I know what's going on. He was letting you know it was more to the story. That was the realest song he ever wrote. I am kind of speedy. Hit 'Em Up was a shock to the world. That a song that abrasive was made. That was a real rant. And in the words, you claim to be a player, but I effed your wife. We run that boy in the life. But some people want to see me weak. Oh, that real. Your mom, there's a mark there, bitch. Woman, that tell me what we got. Mama, believe it, because see you with peace. Now be deceased. Look him, no fuck around with real G's, because that's just ugly ass up the street. Want peace. Don't let these niggas know it's all a lie. Don't let the West Side ride night. Bad boy murdered on wax. Kids, fucks around and get got, baby. You know, see? Call the cops when you see Tupac. Who shot me, but the bump didn't finish. Now I'm about to get a rap for finish. I hit him up. So, then Fatal came with that verse. I mean, it was okay. I mean, it's a Pac verse, but when he came with the get out the way, yo, get out the way, yo. Biggie Small just got dropped, little smooth past the Mac, so I can hit him in his back. Frank White need to get spanked right for setting trap, little accident, murder, and I ain't never heard of you. Poisonous gas attack when I'm serving you. Woo-wee! They was coming with it. They were coming with it. Them Outlawz is coming down. You like Bomb First better than Bomb First? Then you know that's an anthem song. But Against All Odds is a real song. You know, that's that realness. That's that direct song. Oh, you know I play Watch Your Mouth all the time. That does, watch your mouth. Yeah. Outlaw, watch your mouth. He dissing Dre. That watch your mouth is sick. Cause that's some West Coast beat. That's a West Coast everything. Watch your mouth. That thug it. That thug it. Watch your mouth. Pac wasn't the most lyrical. That's what people don't understand. But if he sat down and pinned around and really focused, he could write a unbelievable record that you wouldn't think his range is what made him incredible. His passion and his range. People did not understand that. There's some songs that Biggie can't make. There's songs Biggie can't make that Pac could make. That people can feel. You know what I'm saying? Biggie can't make songs for dudes that's locked up in the jail. You know what I'm saying? Pac make that song. You know, he make the people that's on lockup. So his range was much deeper than everybody else. So he didn't have to be the best lyrical. You gonna feel Pac. The most lyrical MC can't make people feel him. You be like, man, that's a hard thing to pull off. But the way the beat was structured, it was a military beat. You hear the gunfire in the background. And the keys, the piano keys on All Eyes on Me. I mean, Against All Odds. That was just. It was like conversation time. But he was ready for war. It was like, we ready for war. And we ready to bring it. And I was like, oh man, here we go. So you knew it was on when you heard that. Imagine if Pac was alive and that song was out, Against All Odds. Woo-wee! That song was a monster. The energy level when he hit that 21 gun salute, just in fatigue all the way to the boots. I disappeared in the crowd. All you seen was troops. This little nigga named Nas think he live like talking about he left the hospital, took by like me. You live in fantasies, nigga, I reject your deposit. We shook Dre punk ass, now we out of the closet. Mob Deep, wonder why niggas blowed them out. Next time grown folk talking, boy, close your mouth. Ooh, right then and there, the song is set. It's in go mode. You couldn't go wrong no more. I heard he was a light-skinned Saki with an Haitian accent, Jewish fast cars, and he's known for flashing. Listen as I take you back and lace this track. A real true tale about a snitch named Haitian. Man, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? He got off on Against All Odds. It ain't even close. To me, it's not even close. I had a bunch of kids in there. They the new millennials. They were all convinced Hit 'Em Up was the song until we started talking and they started hearing me talk about Against All Odds. They were like, you know what? You might be right. I must have been tripping. I gotta go listen to Against All Odds. He said all that. I'm like, yes. We might have been mistaken. I'm like, dude, there was so much jewels dropped on that song. Do you understand? Against All Odds is the perfect way to end your album. You can't play that song in the middle. You can't play it at the beginning. You have to end. That is the perfect ending song for an album. You end your album with that. And the last bars. You thought I forgot? Hell no, I ain't forgot. I just remember what you told me. You said don't go to war unless you got your money right. Why? I got my money right. Now I want war. And oh my God. You can't, there's no comparison that to Hit 'Em Up. Hit 'Em Up don't even hold a torch to that song. Hit 'Em Up is like somebody venting. This isn't venting. This is just letting the truth know. Like I'm speaking the truth. I'm prepared. Hit 'Em Up is just a I'm angry venting, teenager venting type song. I can't believe people was even saying Hit 'Em Up was the better song. I'm like, are you, how? Maybe because of the Outlawz lyrically, but come on, man. You can't, you gotta be kidding. Oh my gosh, and I hate that, and that's what I'm saying. It Hit 'Em Up, Pac never had a second verse. He went and added the second verse because the Outlawz was killing the song. He didn't even have another second verse. He added that to the song. That's why the verse is so wet. It's like, and I mean wet like not good. Pac just jumped right back on the song again. Exactly what we said. Pac already told you it was the realest song he ever wrote. Ooh, it went down. It'd have been real hard for some people when that song came out, because that song was serious. That song was serious. Against All Odds was serious, but when you heard it, you knew Pac was gone already. So it was just brought sadness, like, oh man. But I'm like, man, he got it off his chest. But it brought a lot of stress to the people he named. Even though Purdue in New York, and they was still kind of like scared when Pac was gone, and then people got named. People who had love for Pac was really like, man, Pac ain't here. Y'all had something to do with that. It wasn't a good situation for a lot of people. And so a lot of the Outlawz had problems, you know, when they came back to New York. They had problems in Jersey because there's a lot of people on one side of Jersey that was rolling with Big, and then on the other side of Jersey is where, you know, Fatal is from. Fatal from over there. So those dudes was having problems, and Gaddafi and all of them, they was having problems with some of the dudes that was down with Big, and then when Big died, they really had problems. They should have just all packed up and moved to Cali. Because it was a problem. Fatal got in a car accident, bro. Gaddafi got shot in Jersey, you know, at his girl crib. Right, they outshine Pac lyrically on Hit 'Em Up. The Outlawz, we be the down ones on this rope, mind paralyze your mind, if ever line in public. No, the body's over time, to bring it to you raw. Don't link it to the ball, the Outlawz living poor, got me thinking on the main level. Oh no, that's made niggas. That's when they really lost it. That's when Big really was on the phone. Like, I need replace Junior Mafia right now. I'm taking Kim and I'm taking Little C's. Everybody else is gone. I need them Outlawz. The Outlawz, we be the Don Juans of this Republic, Brown Paradise, your mind, beloved public. Woo, man. How many niggas follow your vision? Gun them down for every last minute that I've been in prison. Them Outlawz brought it. I don't know what y'all was talking about. That one guy said that they was whack. He must have just been trolling. He must have been dropped on his head. Oh, of course I had it all out. Us, the first to bust. Who do we trust? Alpha Mob Deep and Jay-Z, dead in the dust. I told you punks that I was out the biggie. You got involved. Now I got the bust on all y'all. We going all out. Us, the first to bust. Who do we trust? Alpha Mob Deep and Jay-Z, dead in the dust. I told you punks that I was out the biggie. You got involved. Now I got the bust on all y'all. Westside! But see, only if you got the original Machiavelli tapes do you got the real Machiavellis. You got the real Tupac songs. If you listen to them, you get to feel the songs better. That's why the new tapes that they putting out with all these new producers on there, and Pac ain't worked with them, is terrible. It's terrible what they doing in his music. He don't sound right, and it's not mixed down right because he's not rapping to those beats, and it's terrible. What they doing. Why would Nas diss a dead man? One, Nas ain't the type that's finna diss Pac, no way. They weren't blackballed after no hit 'em up. They were blackballed basically after Pac died. I mean, after Pac died and they were just in limbo, they had a label problem because they wasn't signed to Death Row. They were with Pac's label, Machiavelli Records, and now there's no Pac. So their album is like in limbo because now that people want to rip from their album and make a Tupac album with it, and it's like, man, their album was ready to go. And they like, well, our album is ready to go. Like, what's going on? It was all in limbo. So they didn't get blackballed like that, but when it was all over, none of them had any business alchemy, trying to get out this, like Fatal was, trying to connect with people. But once Big died, then it became harder. Nobody wanted to see the Outlawz. They were going to have to change their name. That stuff wasn't going to ride in New York at all. Big died. You know what I'm saying? And your guy was spitting venom at Big. That's how they saw it. And when in Jersey, Big lived in Jersey. He was on the other side of Jersey. So, it was problems, and it's just situations, street stuff. But in the industry, wasn't too many people gonna deal with them because at that time Puff was ruling. Puff wasn't gonna deal with the Outlawz and none of that stuff. That wasn't gonna ride with New York. And to them, you were aligned with Suge, so you with them. Even though they like, man, look, we ain't on death row. We don't know what's going on, so we not protected, and everybody's just scattering like roaches. If you thought about it, who had a career outside of that? Snoop, you would say? Everybody who was sent on death row, their careers died right along with Pac. Everybody just, the whole thing stopped. It was over. No, I told y'all what happened with Ice Cube and Tupac. Because Cube he steals everybody's swag. Cube steals everybody's swag and play off of it. That's what he do. Cube stole, once Tupac saw the Source magazine and he saw Ice Cube on the cover of the Source. This is the month he died. Tupac had that Source magazine. He threw the magazine across the doggone room. He was mad as hell at Ice Cube, and he's like, I'm finna destroy him. And then they had Bow Down come out. Bow down, good up westward bound. Bow down, when you come to my town. Bow down. That pissed off the entire everybody from, they were not happy with that. It was a problem. So if Pac would have lived, him and Ice Cube it was gonna be a West Side war, because they were getting ready to collide. He was finna shut down West Side Connection. That was going to get shut down. Pac was not happy about West Side Connection. He was mad. They saw hit him up. Ice Cube wasn't making them bow downs and I was in jail. Now he's looked there, he saw hit him up and said, oh, okay, that's the way to do it. So yeah, he was mad about that. He's like, now if I was to let him come back and get away with this, I'd be wrong. He coming back on the war thing and using us as the gas. I can't let him do it. Because if he did, then that makes Pac and them look obsolete. If they was to let that go on. So Pac was gonna have to attack it and smash it. Oh, the whole West Side Connection album was dope. Yeah, that was real West Coast sound. That's old school. And that's what the West Coast people and all the old timers, that's what they listen to. Gangsters make the world go round. West Side. That's what they listen to. That's their music. That's their world. They listen to them songs. Them beats. That was West Coast beat. The gangster, the killer, and the dope dealer. The gangster, the killer, and the dope dealer. That was it. The only thing that stopped them, they were running things. The West Side was running. When Pac died, the West Side Connection was running rap from the West Coast. Ice Cube was making big money. Mac 10, all of them were doing real good. Then Big died, it stopped everything. The West Side Connection basically stopped. They were on tour. A lot of people don't know that. West Side Connection was on tour. And they was coming to the city and they had a song on there dissing all the radio stations in the NYC and all that stuff, dissing New York. Forget your baggy jeans. What he was like, he was dissing, forget your magazines, forget your baggy jeans. I mean, like, Ice Cube was crazy because it was like, dog, you came out on the East Coast to make your first album, which was supposed to be West Coast. Your first 3 albums was made and produced by the East Coast. Easy-E ran you out of the West Coast. You ran to the East. That's why Common dissed him. You was sucking the ick of the East for your first release. So he had the lane. So Suge was working with Ice Cube and was trying to bring him on over to the road. Because they was running things. When they had that West Side Connection, but when Big died, that stopped. Oh, that stopped. They canceled the entire tour. Because they were going around doing all that, talking down in New York and all that stuff. All those critics in the NYC. Man, you couldn't do those songs no more. Couldn't do them songs no more. Dude, Big just died and you coming out talking about some critics of the NYC and all this stuff, talking about some forget your magazines, forget your baggy jeans. Dog, they finna come over there and show you some things. I mean, you playing with fire. Ice Cube did the right thing, said we are canceling the tour. They was getting ready to get through a show. The next day, they was like, Biggie died last night. What? Yeah, he got killed on the West Coast. Canceled this tour. Ice Cube canceled the tour. Y'all don't even know that. I'm gonna tell you right now, Ice Cube shut the whole thing down. They were on tour. He shut it down right then and there. Said, no, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get to the West Coast right now. Get on a plane and get out of town. I'm like, dude, no, they're not. No, we are not finna do these songs tonight. Biggie just died. Canceling this tour. We going home. Pack it up. Pack it up. Everything stopped when Big died. Because now it was like, oh, it's serious. People can get killed. When Pac died, that ain't had nothing to do with really the East Coast, West Coast beef at all. That was some West Coast stuff. When Pac got shot, there was no real, that the media kept trying to keep it because they just found out about some East Coast, West Coast. So they started trying to use Biggie and throw him out there. But when Biggie got killed, they was like, okay, no, now this is some East Coast, West Coast stuff right here. Because now Big is dead. And now this is a problem. I ain't name dropping no nothing about who did what. But a lot of people had problems. So it was very serious at that time. And Lil Sean, he had moved from the East Coast to the West Coast. And like he said, Big was mad at him because he ain't go sign the deal with Puff and Bad Boy. Get him filthy drunk on the dog on me on, and then put them hickeys on it just like Little Sean. They had that sample in there. Cause that used to be our track there. Hickeys on your chest. We used to love that beat. I ain't care for Lil Sean. Because he was another one trying to be LL Cool J. When he came out, he was trying to be like LL. They was like, oh man, look at him. You know, he went into management office and they signed him in the first, he got screwed over. And he's like, man, I'm gonna sign a new deal. And he was trying to make sure he signed with Puff. Big was like, man, you gotta sign with Puff, Sean. Yeah, he came back with another song on his next album. Biggie was in the video and everything and chilling. But Lil Sean ain't gonna tell you. He moved to New York, robbed in New York. Some dudes, you know, went in his pockets, you know. It was, you know, they made him look like a real punk. Some New York gangsters, you know, but it wasn't nothing he could do. These wasn't no dudes that you seen, you know, gangland or nothing. These were some real dudes, you know, they was some somebodies. He moved to California. Lil Sean moved to Cali. They ran his pockets. They was extorting him, ran his pockets over there was some kind of whatever street stuff that went down. But yeah, we heard they put hands on him and everything. So roughed him up, messed his hair up a little bit. So it is what it is. They touched him up something like. But if you want to talk about the Hit 'em Up song, when they were talking about making the song and they was talking about using the beat and all that, Idi Amin might have said they had the idea if he was going to use that beat a long time ago. I was like, when did Pac ever say something like that? That was disrespectful. See, that's why I say people get things twisted. And I ain't mad at how they get their money. You know what I'm saying? They rap with Pac. They want to use Pac name to get some money. Just get a lot of attention. Get your money while you can. They taking everybody damn money. Off the damn Biggie, Pac movies. And I told you the floodgates was coming. I told you, this is what they do. So, what is that? Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Ah, man, everybody say that about Tupac. Tupac was too comfortable in himself to be gay. But has Pac been in a gay club? Absolutely. He's been in there like 2-3 times. He was there with MC Lyte, Queen Latifah, and all of them. See, some men are comfortable in their sexuality to they don't care what nobody else thinks. Pac didn't give a damn. No, gay people like Pac. And then Pac had a lot of, he didn't have a lot, but when they go out to events, like gay dudes was all over him, like Giovanni, Armani, Johnny Versace, before, you know, somebody blew his brains out. He was all over Tupac. Johnny Versace, giving Tupac suits and everything. Wanted Tupac to walk the runway and all that stuff, and Tupac was just using that to get at Biggie. That was his whole thing. Biggie talk about Versace. They don't even make Versace in his size. I'm at the Versace store. All the stuff he talking about, I got. He was in, Pac was there. People were like, oh, he's gay and he's with Versace and he's at the show with the gay people. With Quincy Jones introduced him to the Illuminati. I'm like, you writing a movie or you telling me some garbage? Pac wasn't no gay guy at all. Nothing about him was gay. He was very comfortable in his sexuality and he loved women. Period. That was just it. Yeah, they got slammed by Rap-A-Lot. They got signed at the Rap-A-Lot. I remember that. Jay Prince did it. My man Yuck brought him out there because Yuck was working with Face at the time. There's people from different areas. You know, it's hard bringing people from a record company from different areas into their own world. You know, when you start bringing different elements together and put, you know, like he's from the Bay, he's from Texas, Houston. Them two different type of mentalities, brother. Believe me, I've been there. When you from someplace else, and you see two people from someplace else, you can see where they from and feel it. Like I feel where dude from, I feel where he's from. Everybody, I know where they from, so I know what they gonna run every time. I'll be like, I know what he on. I know what my man here on. I know what he on. I know my man right here. Yeah, I know what he about. They got different energies, and miscommunication can happen. You know, an ego. People don't understand. Rap is an ego. Face has an ego. Are you kidding? That's Scarface. You know, this man rapped with Pac, and you know they really wanted to get on. The Outlawz wanted to, you know, be with them. But at that time, like the whole thing was messed up with the record label. The government, it could be a government hit on both of them. To be honest, I can never rule that out because the government came in and really did a number on hip hop. I mean, I don't rule nothing out. Shoot, question it all. I mean, seriously. You know what? If Hit 'Em Up was the better song, believe me, it was the most impactful song. This reminds me of Drake and Pusha T. The Story of Adion and the Duppy song, all over again. The most impactful, the most talked about, spoke about song is definitely The Story of Adion. But they're not talking about the song. They're actually talking about the baby. They're writing articles. Blackface died out. Now it's all about the baby talk. So everybody's focused on that element of it only. Right, the Duppy song is flawless all the way through. It's flawless all the way through, like a diamond. So I appreciated the fact of what happened with the actual songs. I was like, okay, I like this. I could vibe with it. I'm cool with how it's set up. So I really didn't have any problems with, like, you know, how the things are going and setups and the drops. It was cool with me. But value of new things that, oh my God, he talked about his mother and father. They talked about 40's dying. You know, it's like, wow, that's Hit 'Em Up. But the better song is definitely Against All Odds. To me, it's not even close. This guy said Hit 'Em Up is better than Against All Odds. Oh my goodness. I didn't know who Gonzo was because Gonzo was not his name. They didn't call him Gonzo. They never called him Gonzo. Who remember what they called Gonzo? Exactly. No, he was known as Caution. I remember him as Caution. I don't remember Gonzo. So when people kept saying, man, that's Gonzo, man, he used to be with Pac, that's Gonzo. I'm like, I don't know no Gonzo. But when y'all said Caution, I'm like, I remember Caution, yeah. That's different. So when people's like, see, you don't know what you're talking about. Gonzo, but he actually rocked with Pac. I'm like, what is you talking about? Who is Gonzo? I don't, you know, that's what I'm saying. So when you said Caution, they're like, I know him. I remember him. Like, I mean, we ain't best friends and shook hands and nothing like that. I'm just saying I know of him. I know what you're talking about now. I remember he got into it with one of the Outlawz. I think one of them, that's the rumor mill. I went there when I heard he got socked in the face. I mean, it's a lot of hip hop stories, man. No, it was a dude from Sacktown. He was really rapping, dog. Yeah, he put up some. I saw Wack put up a picture. He was at Suge party or something. It was some dudes down in Sacramento, man. They was really getting that money in Sacktown. Really getting that money. And they were putting out rappers. They had so much illegal dope money, man. They were putting out their own records, and this is after Pac was gone. This is like 2005, and they putting out rappers and putting out West Coast music and promoting it. They trying to come up and get that money. They was riding for Pac, and they was doing it independent. They was like, screw a label. Screw a label. And they had tributes to Tupac on their records. And they had a dude named Cashola, Big Mac. They had all these dudes out there, West Coast to the T. Self-made hustlers, man. They had gold, diamond. These were some real dudes. You know what I'm saying? They were real people to be taken seriously in the game. So when you saw the developments happening, you saw a lot of like a gigantic titanic shift when it came to how the rap world was perceived then and how it is now. Because now it's like entirely different. But back then, you could make your money independently. Hit the streets, sell your own CDs out of the trunk of your car, and you can make good money. They was making money selling trunk of their car. They put on shows at the club, sell the clubs out, because all they needed was people from their town. People from their town came out there and supported. So Sacktown was where it was at. Everybody bringing their cars out, showing their toys, got the rims spinning. Tell you, Sacktown was getting it. Anybody from Sacramento in here, I'll tell you right now, I don't think nobody was getting money like Sacktown in 05. Shoot, in Sacktown, they had, for everybody talking LA and all these other, Sacktown had way more money than them. I swear, the Shaw and all that, they couldn't touch the cars they had in Sacktown. I ain't never seen nothing like it. And I've been to all the places in Cali. Never seen nothing like Sacktown. I mean, shoot, those dudes had money and they were putting out their own artists. And they had a situation where, hey, how you doing? They had a situation where a rapper came down there for a show. I ain't gonna say the rapper's name, because you know y'all hit his Twitter up immediately. And then he'd be like, whoa, who said that? But something happened. He got disrespectful in Sacramento on stage and called the girl the B word. And the girl who was there, she belonged to somebody who was a somebody. You know, and that dude really tried to say, okay, well, what'd she say? You know, wanted that situation addressed. And it didn't get to that. It became another situation at that point.
Okay, you stole my quarter a couple days ago.
I gave you that quarter back.
No, it's okay.
I gave it to you back. What are you talking about? I did. You forgot? I gave you the quarter back.
Oh, then it was somewhere.
Like, you're 25 cents short. I mean, no, I gave you the quarter back.
It was my manager's computer, so it was my fault. It's all good.
I gave you the quarter.
I'm just nice.
Oh, I'm gonna say.
I'm sorry, fine.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute, I gave you that quarter.
No.
Alright, so you're totally 11:49?
Alrighty. What you talking about? Hey, what's up?
How are you?
I'm hanging in there.
Theater 6 is on your left.
On my left? My left and my right. Let's go left. But yeah, I ain't forget. I'm gonna tell you what happened to the rapper after that happened. I just wasn't gonna be up in there like that. I just gotta take a leak. So. Yeah, it's an exclusive. The new Who Run It, featuring featuring Kevin Durant. Who Run It? So anyway, they called the dude a B. He called the girl a B in Sacktown. Didn't know that that girl would belong to a somebody. A somebody. And the dudes, after they found out and he told them, they were like, look, hold on. Stand back. Working with a monster. So, anyway, dude went with his crew and he was all tough. Ain't nobody doing nothing to me. I'm ice grilling. And this is in 05. This is in 2005. So he's feeling himself. He feeling real good. And while feeling himself, dude came and spoke to him. Was like, yo, you said you called that. I'm all right. So when they went there to confront them, dude had his boys and was like, let me talk to him. Look, man. Yo, I called her a B because she was acting like a B. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know that's your girl, man. You got to keep her in check and line. You know, she can't handle her liquor. You know, this type of thing happened, you know. And dude was like, man, in Sacktown, man, it's about showing respect, man. We spent money and all this, man. Do your show, man, but you ain't got to disrespect my girl, man. He was trying to talk to him respectfully so that he would understand what he's talking about. But hard-headed rapper wanted to hold on to the ego, like, respect. I'm this guy. You can't tell me nothing. So they went to an all-night eatery place that is like one of the spots in, late at night that's open that late. They seemed to know that they were there. They came there, stormed in the place, drug him out, beat him down, pop, every jury he had, whooped his boys, stomped them down, beat them down. Oh, it was embarrassing. Embarrassing beat down. Took his jury, beat him, he apologized. Say you apologize to her. Slap. Say you apologize to her. It was that bad. And if I told you that rapper's name, y'all would be on Twitter right now clowning him. It was that bad. He got beat down in Sacramento for being disrespectful. For trying to be a tough guy. Hint, one word name. That's all I'm gonna say. One word name for the rapper. But after that incident, that rapper's career kind of like went down. Hey, what's up, buddy? Where he from? That I really don't know, but I know he ain't from Sacktown. Let me just tell you right now. Let me just tell you right now that it don't surprise you. Today, where the artist is at now, it would all make sense to you. If I told you the artist's name, you'll be like, oh man. But in 05, you probably thought this dude was the truth. But right now, you'll be like, oh yeah, I can see that happening. But he will be getting dogged so much on social media. I wouldn't even put it out there on him. I wouldn't do that to him. Now the 2010 me would have. Are you open or?
Yeah, I'm just helping.
Oh, okay, you're over here.
No, I'm right here.
Oh, okay, cool. No, ain't nobody gonna do Webby like that. Come on now. Yeah, we knew Merlin, man. Shame what happened to Merlin. And the story they keep telling is crazy. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hi.
I'm alright. I'm gonna take a Sprite.
What size, Kevin?
Let me get a small.
Small?
Small Sprite. And not really that hungry. So I'll take a nacho with cheese.
You want jalapenos, Kevin? You want jalapenos?
No jalapeno. Set this down. So we get this done.
Your real card real quick.
There you go.
Thank you. There you go. And donate to your dollar charity and take some
Yeah.
medicine.
That's only like 1
Yeah,
cent.
that's 1 cent stuff.
Can you put $1 on there for it? Or?
Unfortunately, I cannot.
Oh, all right, well, whatever.
That'd be 51 cents.
We'll do it next time.
There you go. Do you want a copy of your receipt?
No copy. Remember, I said one word for the name. So fortunately, it's not Young Bird. He got enough on his plate. Let me make sure it wasn't, it's 05 or 06, I think. So I want to be sure about that. But I think it was 05. It's like Hitmaker. It's not him, dude. My man said Hitmaker. I'm like, dude, it's not him. Yes, if we're saying 05, 06, it's definitely an old story. What's the first letter in his name? Does it start with a P? I don't know. It might. Might start with a P.
I was up on
I said might.
You want any ice?
And I didn't say I was going to divulge the information. Look, everybody throwing the names out. Everybody throwing names out. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna tell you, only thing I'm gonna tell you is that y'all have said the name in the chat. That's all I can tell you. And I said it might start with P. Not that it does. But that's funny. It might start with a P, might not. But it's a one-word name. I said it might start with a P. And I told you it's not Hitmaker, fortunately. But anyway, I gotta get out of here. It's been real.